Welcome to Books Top 10. In today's episode, we are discussing top 10 fiction books of all time. Let's get started. Number 1. 1984 by George Orwell. 1984, a novel, often referred to as 1984, is a dystopian social science fiction novel by the English novelist George Orwell. Thematically, 1984 centers on the consequences of totalitarianism, mass surveillance, and repressive regimentation of persons and behaviors within society. Orwell, himself a democratic socialist, modeled the authoritarian government in the novel after Stalinist Russia. More broadly, the novel examines the role of truth and facts within politics and the ways in which they are manipulated. Number 2. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Pride and Prejudice is an 1813 romantic novel of manners written by Jane Austen. The novel follows the character development of Elizabeth Bennet, the dynamic protagonist of the book who learns about the repercussions of hasty judgments and comes to appreciate the difference between superficial goodness and actual goodness. Its humor lies in its honest depiction of manners, education, marriage, and money during the Regency era in England. One of the most classic books of all time, leading the charts to people till date. Number 3. The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. The Catcher in the Rye is a novel by J.D. Salinger, partially published in serial form in 1945 to 1946 and as a novel in 1951. It was originally intended for adults but is often read by adolescents for its themes of angst, alienation, and as a critique on superficiality in society. It has been translated widely. The novel's protagonist Holden Caulfield has become an icon for teenage rebellion. The novel also deals with complex issues of innocence, identity, belonging, loss, connection, sex, and depression. Number 4. The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Nominated as one of America's best-loved novels by PBS's The Great American Read. The Great Gatsby, F. Scott Fitzgerald's third book, stands as the supreme achievement of his career. First published in 1925, this quintessential novel of the Jazz Age has been acclaimed by generations of readers. The story of the mysteriously wealthy J. Gatsby and his love for the beautiful Daisy Buchanan, of lavish parties on Long Island at a time when the New York Times noted gin was the national drink and sex the national obsession, it is an exquisitely crafted tale of America in the 1920s. Number 5. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. The unforgettable novel of a childhood in a sleepy southern town and the crisis of conscience that rocked it, To Kill a Mockingbird became both an instant bestseller and a critical success when it was first published in 1960. It went on to win the Pulitzer Prize in 1961 and was later made into an Academy Award-winning film, also a classic. The plot and characters are loosely based on Lee's observations of her family, her neighbors, and an event that occurred near her hometown of Monroeville, Alabama, in 1936, when she was 10. Number 6. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. The Alchemist is a novel by Brazilian author Paulo Coelho that was first published in 1988. Originally written in Portuguese, it became a widely translated international bestseller. An allegorical novel, The Alchemist follows a young Andalusian shepherd in his journey to the pyramids of Egypt, after having a recurring dream of finding a treasure there. The Alchemist presents a simple fable, based on simple truths, and places it in a highly unique situation. Number 7. War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. War and Peace is a novel by the Russian author Leo Tolstoy, first published serially, then published in its entirety in 1869. It is regarded as one of Tolstoy's finest literary achievements and remains an internationally praised classic of world literature. The novel chronicles the French invasion of Russia and the impact of the Napoleonic era on Tsarist society through the stories of 5 Russian aristocratic families. Tolstoy said War and Peace is not a novel, even less is it a poem, and still less a historical chronicle. Large sections, especially the later chapters, are philosophical discussions rather than narrative. Number 8. 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel G. Márquez. 100 Years of Solitude is a landmark 1967 novel by Colombian author Gabriel Garcia Márquez that tells the multi-generational story of the Bundia family, whose patriarch, José Arcadio Bundia, founded the town of Macinto. The novel is often cited as one of the supreme achievements in literature. Number 9. The Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. Harry Potter is a series of 7 fantasy novels written by British author J.K. Rowling. The novels chronicle the lives of a young wizard, Harry Potter, and his friends Hermione Granger and Ron Weasley, all of whom are students at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. The main story arc concerns Harry's struggle against Lord Voldemort, a dark wizard who intends to become immortal, overthrow the wizard governing body known as the Ministry of Magic and subjugate all wizards and muggles, non-magical people. Number 10. The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. The Little Prince was first published in 1943. The story follows a young prince who visits various planets in space, including Earth, and addresses themes of loneliness, friendship, love, and loss. Despite its style as a children's book, The Little Prince makes observations about life and human nature. The Little Prince became Saint-Exupéry's most successful work, selling an estimated 140 million copies worldwide, which makes it one of the best-selling and most translated books ever published. So these were the top 10 fiction books of all time. Click the like button and comment down below which is the best book according to you. Subscribe to Books Top 10 and follow for more. Link to all the books are given in the description. You can directly buy from the link. Thanks for watching.